Hello Earth Signs, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot, or welcome back to Timsy's Naked Tarot if you are a regular viewer. If you are a regular viewer, you probably know that I'm doing an all signs overview or a monthly overview, I suppose, for your Earth signs. The way I do this for you new viewers is I pull out a rune. That is the overall energy of the month for you all. Then we get 5 cards out of there, one for each complete week of the month of August, and then the last one being August going into September. Get some clarifiers out of there. I will be doing individual star readings, star sign readings, so Taurus, the other two, Virgo and Capricorns. But they will only be staying on my membership page until I am happy with the format and comfortable doing them. Okay, so they may never actually get onto the public pages. They might only ever stay on my membership page. I have to fill my membership page up with something for my members to watch, even though I have no members at the moment. But hey ho, it is what it is. It will be a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Perhaps you're just not involved in the cycles the universe wants to talk about. It is a predictive read in nature because I am doing a monthly read, and also not all 5 cards may resonate with you. Some of them may resonate with the Taurians, some might resonate with the Capricorns, and some might resonate with the Virgos, but perhaps all will resonate with you as well. Okay, all that being said, we have got the overall energy of Manaz. Manaz is mankind. Basically, it's the Viking rune for mankind and all the wonderful things mankind represents. For example, humanity itself. Yeah, maybe you're going to be feeling humane. Maybe you're going to stop and help an injured animal because we have it within our power to do that. Okay, it's about the self, support, assistance, intelligence, family, all those wonderful things. Okay, so that's the overall energy for you Earth signs this month. You're going to be sort of kind of like perfect little ambassadors of humanity. Okay, or you're going to feel the potential of all that. Let's just see what the tarot is going to clarify that Manaz with. Page of Cups, new love. Maybe you're going to sort of be more loving and caring than normal. Maybe you're getting new love coming in towards you from a humane point of view. Maybe they're going to be like animal activists and things like that. And we got the 3 of Cups. Okay, for some of you that will be an indication of third parties in every way, shape and form of them. It's also going to be communication, group communications. It can be a representation of support groups and socializing. Okay, it's also an indication of reunions of various descriptions. Maybe for a couple of you, you're going to be finding out that there's a baby on the way in the month of August. Okay, so for our first week, we have got the 6 of Pentacles. For our second week, we have got the 2 of Swords. Third week, we have got the 4 of Cups. Fourth week, we have got the Hanged Man. And for the last week going into September, we have got the Page of... No, it's a young Knight of Wands. Okay, and so the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is all about the ability to bring balance. Okay, maybe if you see injustice, you're going to be like some sort of superhero or vigilante. You are going to supply the justice. If you see people sitting on street corners asking for money or anything else, maybe you're going to buy them a cup of tea and a nice hot pasty from Greg's, or to you Americans, GRX. It's a long story. It's a video which was doing the rounds ages ago, which I find amusing and still do. Okay. Well, maybe this is self-balance as well. Maybe you're going to start balancing your books financially. So let's have a look what the clarifiers say. 3 of Swords and the Page of Cups. So yeah, you could be bringing balance within pain. easing people's pain. Maybe you're going to start, I don't know, volunteering for St. John's Ambulance or the Red Cross, or I don't know, FEMA in America, the Red Crescent, I think it might be in Turkey and those sort of areas. So it could be like that. Maybe some of you are going to realize that you're causing pain to other people by not actually giving as much as you could give, and in turn some of you will be receiving pain because other people are not giving to you as much as you give to them, and maybe you're starting to realize that you're just wasting your energies here, there and everywhere. We've got the Page of Cups coming out again, so this is like new love. This is like maybe new romance, maybe just romance with the same old person but in a new different way. Okay, maybe you're going to try to spice things up. Maybe you're going to bring the balance. Maybe they're the ones who always give and you take, and maybe you're going to start giving instead. It could be something like that. It could be just new love coming in to try to ease the pain. Maybe there is new love you want and they don't want you, and that is going to be causing you the pain. The Nine of Pentacles is an energy of windfalls. Some of you are going to be lucky in the first week of the month. If you're thinking about, currently, I haven't done the rest of the month yet, but currently if you're thinking about taking any sort of financial risks or anything, the first week of the month might be the month to do it, or the week to do it in. I am not a financial advisor, so do not take my financial advice, but also do not moan at me if you miss the opportunity because you didn't take my financial advice. It is also a card of freedom and independence. Yeah, you have your free will. You can listen to me on my financial advising or not. It's up to you. But yeah, maybe you are becoming independent from work and you're retiring because you've got the finances behind you to live out your life without having to work. Some of you might be becoming single and breaking up in relationships within the first week because of that Three of Swords as well. And others of you might just be actually broadcasting the fact that you are single. Maybe you've healed from that hurt from a previous breakup and you are now getting back on the dating scene, attracting a lot of young new love to you. Okay. The Two of Swords could be linking off this Six of Pentacles. It could be linking week one going straight into week two and you having difficult decisions to make. Well, which profile should I ask to go for a date with? It could be one of those things. Basically, it's an energy of being faced with difficult decisions you have to make. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups, which sort of kind of indicates we're going straight into week three with week two. And the Ten of Cups. It is very emotional, the second week of, actually the end of week one going into week two. It's all full of emotions and everything. The Four of Cups is an indication of disappointment, realizing that you don't have what you want, or realizing what you have is not necessarily what you thought you were getting or what you actually do need. The Ten of Cups is, well, talking about what you do actually need. It's the emotional fulfillment. It's an indication that we're coming to the end of this. It's a wake-up call. You've realized what you emotionally need in your life, and which then leads to a new beginning of some description. You're probably going to start looking for it. Okay, I don't think it's going to come as quick as tarot might make it appear when it brings out a new beginning in week three for you somewhere, but it is going to come. Crossing this is the Wheel of Fortune. Well, it's just saying things are changing in your favor, but you might have to make those difficult decisions, cut someone out, and take advice or help off someone you prefer not to. Just take advice or help off someone. Yeah, and that's a difficult decision to make for a lot of people, especially people who are quite stubborn and set in their ways. Taurus. Okay, let's have a look at the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is highlighting what you might have realized in week two. And for week three, yeah, it's the same old energy. Maybe you're bored in a situation. Maybe you're in a rut in a relationship. Maybe you're in a rut in work. Maybe you're getting itchy feet and want to leave. Okay, but whatever it is, it's going to take preparation and an energy of the past, looking back on the past happy times. Okay, so some of you might be preparing to, I don't know, do something you used to do when you were younger. Okay, You sort of realising that, well, we all know the situation. Maybe if you're really young watching this, you don't. Yeah, you're going through it. But when we were younger, we used to go to work, we used to go to the pub, we used to drink a lot and party, get home really late or early in the morning, have a couple of hours kip, and then go and do it all again. Okay, and we used to be able to do that, and maybe you've sort of kind of realised, and that's the disappointment, that you can't keep doing that. But with a little bit of planning and a little bit of preparation, maybe you can arrange that you can do that. Maybe you can take a Friday and a Monday off and have a dirty weekend, so to speak, and go out, get drunk Friday night, Saturday, and then have Sunday and Monday recovering. Okay, obviously it takes that planning, it takes that foresight to do that. You can't just do it off the whim. And so that would be like the planning for the past happier times with that Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is also indicating some sort of soul connection. Maybe you're meeting up with past people from your past, obviously, because they're past people who haven't been in your life for a while. Maybe doing a little bit of celebrating. That Three of Cups we saw in the cup. Okay, crossing this is the Page of Wands. Yeah, this might be an out of nowhere opportunity, and you might just want to take it and not really think about the consequences. Like if you are older, like myself, and you can no longer do that 24-hour drinking session over the weekend, then get up on Monday morning and go to work. That could be the opportunity what's coming. You might meet up with an old friend, end up in the pub all weekend, or clubbing, partying, barbecuing around mates and everything, and then be suffering for it. Because the Page of Wands don't think about the consequence, just thinks about the right there and then, living in the moment and worrying about what happens afterwards. Okay, so there could be a little warning for some of you there. Okay, Hanged Man, week 4. Looking at things differently. Well, for some of you, that will be looking at week 3, and I cannot keep doing life like that anymore. I'm too old for it. Okay, but generally, you're just looking at everything differently. You might be looking at life differently, work differently, relationships differently, your car differently. Yeah. All that sort of humanity aspect of things. Maybe you're looking at your wasteful life. Oh my God, the universe has dumped a shit on me there. Okay, so we have got the Ace of Wands, and then some reversal, the Five of Cups. Okay, the Chariot and the Tower. Okay, Five of Cups, Chariot and Tower in reverse, just for those who may be listening and not actually watching me. Is that perfectly fine? I don't mind. I do it all the time. Okay, Ace of Wands, passionate new beginnings. You know, coming off of this Hanged Man, you're looking at things differently, and you're thinking, well, maybe I want to get a new hobby. Maybe I want something passionate back in my life. This could be maybe the re-injection of something into a relationship. Maybe you're sort of realizing that you're in a rut, and you're looking at your relationship differently. Maybe you're looking at your job differently and think, well, it doesn't have the same it used to have when I first started. The Five of Cups, loss, sorrow, losing your taste for something, losing the get up and go for something, is in reverse, and you're maybe just looking at that differently, as in like, well, I do still like it, I just don't like it the way it is at the moment. So maybe you've lost the taste for wine or beer or KFC or McDonald's, but you still like it. So maybe you're going to start doing that differently. You know, maybe instead of KFC, maybe you're going to go to the cheap knockoff Southern Fried Chicken. Maybe you're going to try Burger King once in a while, or for those really old people, a Wimpy. Okay, so that's kind of like that. With the Chariot in reverse, you're feeling you're stuck. You're feeling you're like you're stuck in a rut. Okay, you're not going anywhere. You're going around in circles, things like that. And so you could be looking at how to change that. Okay, how to get, basically these are in reverse, and because you're looking at them from the Hangman position, they actually look like the uprights to you. Yeah, that looks like it's in reverse. The passionate new beginning. Yeah, something started, but it's not that passionate. But maybe it's a lot more passionate than you believe it is. I think it's Steve Love Tarot who quite often refers to the Ace of Wands as a match. You strike the match, and a little gust of wind comes along, and the match might go out. And that's what the Ace of Wands is. And sometimes you strike the match, and it keeps burning. Maybe the match has been struck, and it hasn't gone out, and it's not going out. But you just think, oh, it's just going to fizzle out in a minute. But it's not. Okay, so the Chariot is like basically you're stuck in a rut, and you're trying to find a way out of it. Now the Tower in reverse, is a lot of readers may say that it's a bad tower. It's a life-changing event, but for the worst. I don't really ever see it like that. I see the Tower in reverse as more of a tower you can see coming, and something you can avoid. It's like if I don't change my ways, if I don't like ease back on those nights out, if I don't try to inject something into the relationship to give it a little bit more life, like that flame of passion back into it, if I don't get the Chariot out of the rut and get it driving down the road again, then it's going to become a tower. I have no idea why I said it like that. It's going to become a tower. But you've still got the opportunity at the moment to change things and not necessarily end up having a tower moment within your life. With the Five of Pentacles crossing all this malarkey, it's basically saying, well, at the moment you feel like I'm disconnected from life. It's just going on past you, and you're just like in zombie mode, following along with it. For some of you, it could be a financial difficulty. Yes, it's the end, coming up to the end of the month. It's the last full week of the month. Yes, you might be paying your bills, etc., etc. But generally speaking, you also then have your pay packet coming in not so long after that, or just before that. Maybe you might have overspent during the month of August. And so for that warning, watch out on your things. Yeah, try to keep a little bit of a tighter rein on your finances. But for the bulk of you, that is just literally like you're in autopilot, just cruising along. But again, it's crossing with a hanged man underneath it. Yeah, you got to look at things differently. Otherwise, you might end up being left out in the cold. You might end up single. You might end up out of a job. You might end up out of a house if you can't pay that mortgage or rent because, well, you had a bit of fun at the beginning of the month. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm just saying only if you can afford it. Okay? Okay, so the Knight of Wands leading us into September there. Well, that's kind of like, well, yeah, I'm chasing what I want. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's seen as the player card. Maybe some of you might be dealing with players. Beware of that. People out just to get what they want from you. But I feel it's more of an energy of I'm chasing what I want. I want more money. I'm going to chase a pay rise or a promotion. I want more passion. I'm going to start injecting it into the relationship. Or if you are single, you're going to get yourself out on that market to see what it's about. It's kind of like that. It's like whatever you're feeling passionate about towards the end of the month, you're going to be chasing it and just after that. Okay, so let's see what's come out on the floor down here for that. All right, so we got the Five of Wands, we got the Knight. No, we got the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and Temperance. And I'm going to clear my throat. So, right, it's back. I also made a cup of tea as well. Just think like that for you, and I just away for a couple of minutes. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's that financial hardship I was talking about from week 4. And that financial hardship may be slowing you down a bit as that Knight of Wands. Now, with the Temperance card coming out with that, it's kind of saying, well, actually, we could shove that there if we wanted to. It's kind of saying, don't worry about it. Take your time. Yeah, we got a mixing of the energies. Now, Temperance isn't just about taking your time. It's about the mixing of the elements. Okay, I sometimes refer to it as a blacksmith card because the blacksmith, he takes the coal and the iron from the earth. There you go, element number 1. He uses the coal and sets light to it to make a fire. The fire then melts the iron and makes it more malleable. Element number 2, fire. Then he smacks it around with a hammer and he bellows air into that fire to get that ruby red glow in that metal. Element number 3, air. Okay, and then once he's finally shaped this metal, molded it and turned it from a chunk of useless dirt into some wonderful work of art, be it a horseshoe or a sword, he then plunges it into water. Okay, what that does is that quickly hardens the metal again. It quickly dispenses all the heat out, and it remodularizes all the molecules. I think I just invented a word there, to form it back into a stronger, more, what's the right word? Rigid form. Because when you heat it up and let it cool down naturally, it stays softer and more malleable. So that is called quenching. It's also called tempering. Okay, they do it with glass to make safety glass. You know that glass what shatters into loads of little pieces? That's been heat treated. That basically gets heated up really, really quick and then cooled down really, really quick. And it makes it into safety glass. And it's called tempering. That's why it's called temperate glass. So it's kind of saying, take your time and make this stronger. Mix everything you've got together to make things stronger during the last week of August into the first week of September. And it's also talking about your finances. So take your time with your new hobbies, your new pleasures, your new whatever that Knight of Wands is after. Yeah, that Knight, I've got a hair on my card. Okay, I'm trying to get it off and it's being a pain and I can't grab it. Yeah, I'm probably trying to grab the shadow, to be fair. Ah, there you go. Trying to grab the shadow. Well, there you go. There's a little message for you. Don't chase the shadows. You can't grab the shadows. Okay, chase what is actually there, what you can grab hold of, not the shadows or the echoes of something else which you want. So yeah, it's kind of saying, it's kind of a little warning. Take your time and build it up. Okay, you might not be able to have the finances to chase this passion of yours. Maybe you want to take up golf, and a whole new golf club set costs like more money than you have. So you might have to wait a while, a few weeks, a couple of months, a year before you have the money to actually buy the brand new golf set. Go and find a second-hand one. It'd be much cheaper. Most charity shops, or what do you call them over in America? Thrift shops, are they? I don't know. We'll have second-hand golf clubs. The Ten of Swords. Something might come to an end. Okay, maybe it's the financial hardships will come to the end. Maybe but it'll be you bringing it to the end. It's going to be you like putting your foot down and stopping something. Okay, maybe this is you've always get kind of picked and chosen by the player, and you always end up going home with someone you think is Mr. or Mrs. Right, and then waking up in the morning just to find a dent in the mattress where they were the night before. Okay, you're bringing a stop to that. You're going to take your time in future, okay, and not get yourself left out in the cold afterwards. Okay, so that is your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments what star sign you are, because I know that you're an earth sign, hopefully, unless you're a cross watcher, but I don't know what star sign. Okay, I know you're an earth sign. So let me know in the comments what you are. Let me know if this resonates with you. You can always come back at the end of August and say, well, yeah, this did happen and this didn't happen. But also bear in mind, not all of this might happen to you, because it could be happening to the various different 3 star signs. Okay, until the next time you are watching one of my videos, you all be good out there.